Hello, world. How's everybody? I am in Texas. This is Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. And I am chiming in at about 10 minutes before the new year here in Texas. So it's about 11:50 p.m. And I just wanted to come in and thank all of my supporters for your love throughout 2023, for supporting me on my podcast. Please go to my YouTube channel, aimed, AIMED, the number two, purpose, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up. Leave your comments because we're here to elevate one another. I've had a great 2023. I started my podcast, Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour, in January of 2022. So I'm about to go into my third season and I'm excited. I'm so excited about still being here and blessed at the age of 72, about to turn 73 on March 4th, 2024. I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be an exciting year, and I hope you're looking forward to it too. So, just before we go into 2024, I want to share something with my sisterhood. And as I said, 2023 was a great year for me. And it was a sad year as well, because I did lose my brother, Louise Hicks, of Cooper Road, USA, where we all grew up. Maybe the biggest Black settlement in the USA. Cooper Road, USA, Shreveport, Louisiana. A shout out to my sisterhood there and all the folks there on the Cooper Road, USA. With that said, I want to share something with my sisterhood, my Black sisters. And this is something that was sent to me by a friend of mine, whom I consider a great friend, because she sent this to me. Her name is Charlene. She's out there in California, and I'm excited to share this with you, my sisterhood, because we're going to make 2024 a great year. And I'm going to have something special for you because I'm going to be doing a master class for our Black sisters to come on in and let's share with one another. We're going to elevate with one another. We're going to elevate ourselves to a higher level of consciousness. And I'm going to do a boot camp as well in 2024. So I'm looking forward to it. So, with that said, let me share this with you because I'm very excited about it. And I hope you love this as much as I did when I got it from Charlene, my friend. And here we go. You see this beautiful Black woman here? I want you, my beautiful Black sisterhood, to be proud of who you are. And you see that beautiful golden crown on her beautiful Black hair? I want you to be proud of who you are and where you came from. Know your history. Know who you are. Look how beautiful you are. And look at you wearing your crown. So let's talk some scriptures here. First, you are beautiful. Ecclesiastes 3:11. It tells us that we are beautiful, all of us. And I just wrote a quick note here about how beautiful you really are, because you are beautiful. You're beautiful. Let's shout it out to the world how beautiful we are as beautiful Black women. And God has made everything beautiful. So you know what? That means you. Look it up. Ecclesiastic 3:11. And another thing, you're never alone. You don't have any reason to sit and stress and worry yourself about being alone because you're never alone. Look it up. Matthew 28:20 tells us, and I made a few notes here. God says, I am with you always. So you have the greatest power of all with you. God says, you're never alone. I'm always with you. So don't ever think of yourself as being alone because you're not. And you have your sisterhood, and we must come together as a sisterhood. Connect the dots, love yourself, love one another, because 2024 is going to be our year, a great year. Strong. You are strong. Philippians 4:13. Let's look at that. It says, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. It means you. You can do all things through Christ because that's who strengthens you. So you are strong. You're resilient. You have courage. You have confidence. Believe in who you are. This beautiful Black woman here wearing your queen crown, and you must wear it proudly. Know who you are. Be that beautiful woman that you were born to be. 2024. Always loved. Romans 8:38. Nothing can separate you from God's love. You are loved. Never forget that, because love is one of the greatest things that you can ever have. Love. This is the fruit of the Spirit for you. Love. Love yourself first. And when you love yourself, you can open your mind, your heart, and your spirit to love others. That's a blessing in itself. Love. You're chosen. 1 Thessalonians 1:4. You are chosen. God loves you and has chosen you. Never forget that. God loves you and has chosen you. So you're beautiful. You're never alone. You're strong. You're always loved, and you are chosen. So what are you going to do about that in 2024? Are you going to continue to know that you're beautiful, you're never alone, you're strong, you're always loved, and you're chosen? Never forget that. Believe in who you are and whose you are, and love yourself. With that said, I'm going to stop the share, but always remember who you are, this beautiful Black woman wearing your crown, and you're wearing it well on your beautiful hair. So, what did you think about that? I hope you love that as much as I did. And I want to thank my friend Charlene out of California for sharing it with me. And I wanted to share it with you, my beautiful Black sisters. And let me talk about something else quickly. I went to see Dr. Umar Johnson, and I did share pictures on my Lou Hicks Facebook page, so you can go there and you will see it. And again, I am Louise Hicks, the host of this podcast, Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. And I usually come to you on Sundays. I usually will announce and let you know what time, because I never know when I'm going to chime in. And sometimes I come in on weekdays, depending on what I have to say. So I want to share this with you because I went to see Dr. Umar Johnson. And if you don't know who he is, get to know who he is. This doctor is a clinical school psychologist. He's well versed in what he does. And I went to Fort Worth, Texas, where he was appearing for Kwanzaa. And if you're not familiar with Kwanzaa, please get familiar with Kwanzaa. That's something that we all should be familiar with. So if you're not, look it up. Find out what Kwanzaa is all about because it has to do with us and the love for us ourselves. And it starts the day after Christmas. I was there the second day for Kwanzaa, Wednesday, December 27th, in Fort Worth, Texas, at, can't recall the name of the church right now, but let me check it right quick and I can tell you the name of the church that I was at. And it was an amazing event. Amazing. When I tell you it was amazing, it was amazing. And I had a great time. Dr. Umar was just dynamic, just dynamic. Had a great time. And he really shared some great information with us, great information to help you understand how we as Black people need to get on code. And that is so important because 2024 is coming in and we need to really understand what we need to be doing for 2024. And right now, I was looking for the name of the church because I had put it on my Facebook page. So let me see if I can find it right quick and I can tell you the name of it. It was at, here we go, Greater St. Stephen First Church, Greater St. Stephen First Church. And that's where the Kwanzaa celebration was. And the keynote speaker there was Dr. Umar Johnson. He was amazing. He was preaching and teaching, doing both. And he is talking about some of the things that we need to be doing as Black people to elevate ourselves to a higher level of consciousness, and how he is helping some of these parents to navigate themselves through this school system that is broken because we need our own institutions. That's so vital. We really do. And my sisterhood, many of you are single parents, and I know that. I was a single parent once upon a time. However, I was able to navigate myself through this system because my son had cancer at 14. And believe me, he's 42 now, and I've been dealing with the system for 25 years, the mental health system and the medical system, all of the systems, school systems, all of it, with all of my children, actually, all three of them. And I'm proud to say they're all adults now. And I have a granddaughter as well, Nija, that I call Sweet Sweet. She's 9 and she's very, very bright, brilliant, brilliant. And I'm very proud of her as well. So let's make 2024 a great year where we connect the dots, as Dr. George Fraser says, connect the dots. And once we connect those dots, because this is not about being an individual, we have to work together to bring our Black community together. So let's work on that. And I want to share something else, but check out Dr. Umar Johnson because his speech was dynamic, and I'll probably share some excerpts in some of my podcasts that I will be doing in 2024 because I did do different excerpts at the Kwanzaa celebration. But I want to share something else, and we need to learn more about Dr. Claude Anderson, whom I met some years ago. Very, very, very amazing, loving person who loves his Black community. Check him out. And I read his book back in in the 90s. I read it in the 90s, Black Labor, White Rebel. And I just want to share with you, pick up these books and read in 2024. And we're in 2024 because I've been on here now more than 10 minutes. So happy New Year's to everyone on the East Coast, West Coast, not West Coast yet, but you are uh, the Southern Coast, I guess I could say, because we're in 2024. So Happy New Year to, to all of those on the Central Coast, the East Coast as well, and soon to be West Coast, where my family is, my children and my granddaughter. So anyhow, pick up this book, Black Labor, White Wealth, Dr. Claude Anderson, a wealth of information in it. I read it back in the 1990s and I met him in 2015. Have pictures with him. I'll share that with you. I think I've shared it before, but I'll share it another time. Powernomics. I have all of his books. I want us as a sisterhood to read and come together so we can share knowledge. And as I said, I'm going to be doing a boot camp. I'm going to be doing a master class 2024. The Black History Reader. I'm working on this one now. Let's get together and let's read. And I like what Dr. Boyce Watkins is doing too. He's reading. I've even chimed in on some of his readings where he's gone through already Black Labor, White Wealth. He's gone through Powernomics. He's working on a Black History Reader, if I'm not mistaken now. And when I get a chance, I chime in to see. And I'm so proud of what the Gen Xers like he and some of the others are doing, Dr. Umar and some of the millennials. I'm really proud of what a lot of you all are doing. I even read Dr. Boyce Watkins' book. I ordered it and read it. Maybe one day I'll get to meet him like I got to meet Dr. Umar and got him to sign his book because I don't have his book right here, but Dr. Umar also has a great book that's helpful. I was trying to think where did I do with it. I don't see it right now, but I did get his book as well, and he did autograph my book. But I'll be sharing that with you when I do excerpts from the event that I went to with Dr. Umar. So I'm just excited. I'm excited to be alive and well into 2024. Looking forward to all the dynamic and amazing things that we're going to do together, particularly us as a sisterhood that I just shared. And let's teach our children. Let's help our children to understand what life is about, what our history is about. And I watched this, I guess you could call it a docu-movie called Them on Prime. It was realistic and it was created by the producer and the creator by the name of Little Marvin. I looked him up as well because I like to know a little bit about what I'm looking at. And it was this docu-movie was about a couple with children that moved from North Carolina to Compton, California. And this took place in the 1950s in an all-white neighborhood in Compton, California that is not all white now because when I'm in California, I don't live too far from Compton. I can be in Compton in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. I'm in Compton. I watched this movie because I was looking for something to watch. And when I read about what it was about, the racism in not just the South, but the racism in the North, East, West, wherever you go, there's racism, believe me. I'm 72, about to be 73, and I got a lot to share with you to help us to elevate ourselves, the root cause of it. And you need to read this book here also. It's called The Willie Lynch Letter and the Making of a Slave. Go to my podcast, Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. When I started up in January 30th, 2022, this was the book that I read. And we read the entire book. It's about probably 20-minute reads or so, 20-minute read. Read it because it tells you what is going on with us as Black people. And I tell you, if you go and watch that movie, Them, nothing has changed. It's just a different template. This was taken in the 1950s, and I can tell you, based on my own experiences, that nothing has changed. And I have a bachelor's degree in social work. And I tell you, I have a PHdo. I don't have a master's. I have my bachelor's from California State University, Long Beach. I've worked in private industry. I've worked in the government, and I can assure you and tell you I practice law on myself. So I'm going to be doing in fact, I'm going to be doing a podcast about why are we comparing ourselves with other ethnic groups, such as white women, Asian women, uh, Mexican, Hispanic. We should not be comparing ourselves with any other females other than ourselves because no ethnic female has had our plight. And I'm not a feminist. I can tell you that right now. I don't go along with all the feminism because that has nothing to do with us as Black women. And that's why I wanted to share that video with you, my Black sisterhood, because we need to come together, love one another, bring that harmony, put it in our hearts, in our mind. And I want to share, if you can watch that movie, Them, watch it because it's real. This stuff is, racism is real. So if you get an opportunity, watch it. It's on Prime. It's called Them. And the creator, executive producer, and so forth, Marvin, well, little Marvin. And I looked it up. I said, I want you to do your own due diligence. Start looking up and start reading. Read this information. Know who some of your ancestors who've paved the way for you. And if you got your children out here, I heard this young lady talking about, she was a teacher, ballet teacher, and she was talking about these little 5-year-olds talking about Pound Town, or whatever the name of it is, by Sexy Red. That is not something that your children should be. I don't even listen to it because I consider it nothing but filth. I don't consider that anything that's going to elevate us. And I don't care who don't like it because it's not appropriate for any 5-year-old to be watching and asking a teacher to show me, let us listen to Pound Town. I believe that's the name of it, by Sexy Red, or anything that's raunchy. I don't even listen to that because we don't want anything to infiltrate our mind. We want to have a renewing of the mind. We don't need to be out here listening to all of this filthy rap music that's doing nothing but destroying us. That kind of behavior and that kind of filth that you're listening to can derail your critical thinking skills. And I notice a lot of us are following all of this toxic uh, behavior out here. Let's stop following that. Follow something positive that's going to benefit you and renew your mind spiritually, economically, intellectually, physically, socially, mentally. We need those. That's what we need. We need to improve our intellect. We must definitely work on economics, work on our health. We want to be healthier. We don't want to be having a medicine cabinet full of pills. And thank God I can say I'm not on any pills. Thank you. I take vitamins, but that's it. So let's elevate ourselves to a higher level of consciousness 2024. And I always tell you in parting, and I'm going to share this beautiful Black woman one more time because it's worth sharing. Just know that you're beautiful, you're never alone, you're strong, you're always loved, and you are chosen. Again, I am Louise Hicks, your host of Aim to Purpose Spiritual Empowerment Hour. My YouTube channel is Aimed, AIMED, the number 2 Purpose Radio. Go there, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments, because we need to pay more attention to positivity, not the negative stuff, which a lot of us flock to. And I know you have the great numbers, but if the numbers of bringing in negativity and you're continuing to peddle this filth, it's not benefiting us as a community. And for my sisterhood, I love you all. We're going to get together on a masterclass 2024 and a boot camp. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are. Go to my website, louisehicks.com. Send me emails to aimed, AIMED, the number 2, purpose. No, aim to purpose at gmail.com. Go there, send me emails, ask me any questions. I will respond because I love my people and I want to see us at a higher level of consciousness. We need that. We need it desperately. Some of the behaviors and some of what you're teaching your children, you need to listen to Dr. Umar Johnson because he is a clinical school psychologist. Dr. Umar Johnson. He lays it on the line. Some of you may not like how he delivers. However, he delivers so much that's truth, understanding, wisdom, helping you, the parents with their children who are in this school system that's by design to hold us back, to derail you. So pay attention. Pay attention. Please pay attention. So sisterhood, again, I love you all. I'm an author as well. I am a coach. I am a motivational speaker. If you need a speaker, let me know. I'll be happy to come. My number, 562-310-1495. Again, that's 562-310-1495. Happy New Year again. Welcome to 2024. And we're going to do what I always tell you. Your power lies within you. Let it loose because your destiny is your command. Remember 2 Timothy 1:7. God has not given us the spirit of fear. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Let's use this sound mind to our benefit. And remember, sisterhood, wear your crown. Wear your crown on your beautiful hair and your beautiful head because you are beautiful. Much love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.